My name is Michelle Baker, and I've been coming to Deer Meadows on and off for about 2 years. And I just wanted to take a minute to share my story with you all on why I have come to the decision to be baptized at this point in my life, and a little bit of how I got to where I am today. Basically, just to give you a brief history, when I was 5 years old, my mother and I were in a very tragic car accident. She passed away in the accident, and I sustained some pretty serious injuries. And due to the accident, my father was left to care for myself and my brother, who was 8 years old. And he's a remarkable man, and he really stepped up to the plate and instilled some wonderful values in my brother and I. As a child, my grandmother was a very important part of my life as well, and church was something that she instilled in all of us. And so every Sunday we would meet and go to church with my grandmother and have a Sunday gathering at her home afterwards. About several years later, my grandmother was diagnosed with breast cancer and passed away rather rapidly. And from that moment on, church was an emotional time for us. It was hard for us to get together again because her memory was there. And so I think, I hate to say, but I feel like life kind of got in the way, and it became pretty hectic for my father to get one child to baseball and one child to dance and softball and however. And so church was something that we didn't quite do every Sunday. Later on in life, I went on to college and made some decisions in college. Some were good, maybe some were not. And but I've always considered myself a Christian. God and I have a very personal relationship. I talk to God and pray to God every day. And now that I'm an adult and I look back on my life, I see all of the wonderful work that He has done and all of the wonderful turmoil and tragedy that He has been able to pull my family and I through. And that's why I come today to be baptized. This is something that I've been thinking about for a long, long time. And it's just as of recent, now that I've gotten older, and I see the importance and the need and that desire that I have to make this public commitment to Christ through baptism. And for my own selfish reasons, and maybe some of you feel the same way, I've been kind of reluctant, kind of shy, kind of embarrassed to get in front of an audience of a bunch of people that I don't know and make this commitment at such a later stage in my life. But now the more I think about it, the more excited I am to do this. And I'd like to just take this time and encourage anyone, if you're feeling the same way that I felt. Maybe you haven't been baptized yet. We all have our own story. We all have certain things in our life that might have gotten in the way, or maybe we've just become, to know Christ. Maybe now we've just begun to realize how wonderful He is, and we want to take that step. I encourage you to do that. You've got a church here full of wonderful people who will support you and be there for you for your decision. And I just tell you, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to do this today, and I'll be shaking in my robe, I'm sure, and I'll be nervous, as I am now. But this is definitely worth it. And at that moment, it'll be me and God in front of all of you all to witness my public commitment to Him and to wash away my sins and live my life anew with Him. So I would just encourage you, if you're feeling that way, take that step and talk to Pastor Riley, and it'll be a wonderful, well worth it decision. Thank you.